Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So our girl Oceanus Shenron has gotten a Dokkan Awakening. She's very good. It's about time that they start giving us buffs for these Shadow Dragon characters. I mean, we need like more Shadow Dragon characters and then more Shadow Dragon Saga characters as well. Like, it's just this category, like, come on. Like there's a lot of good stuff they could add to this team, right? You know, there's the Super Saiyan Gohan. There's so much they could do for this team. They have got to get it done. But let's go ahead and Dokkan Awaken our girl, Oceanus. Again, she's going to be very good for that Shadow Dragon Saga team. She'll be a nice little addition to the Peppy Gals team, all this stuff, right? She's very solid, right? As long as you have another unit lowering attack or defense, she is going to be very, very impressive. So let me level her up, and I'll go ahead and grind her link levels up a little bit as well, especially because, you know, she has some stuff like Shattering the Limit, as well as GT and then Shadow Dragon. Like, those links combine her with Nova Shenron, and like those two, that's a very, very powerful combo, right? So I'm definitely going to take a look at that combo again, you know, as soon as I get her links up a little bit. I don't like doing level 1 link showcases, so we'll get her to like 4 or 5. I think that'll be pretty good. So, all right, Oceanus Shenron, let's see how good our girl is. Alright, so we're here in an event on the Shadow Dragon Saga team, which definitely has got a long way to go, and it is very difficult to find any friends whatsoever, but we're going to make do. So, Oceanus, I have at this point done, you know, no item Super Battle Road runs thanks to her. I mean, the Shadow Dragon Saga team, honestly, it shouldn't even be possible, right? Like, doing no item Extreme Shadow Dragon Saga. So, I mean, it's basically her. Like, she's so crazy. Like, I tried to hop into a Dokkan event that would last a little bit, and then we could also show why she's so good, right? Because, again, she does a lot, right? She's raising defense on super attack. She seals. She does have a chance of stunning as well. She can be super effective against all types. Like, there's just so much shit she could do. Now, part of it does rely upon if the enemy has their attack or defense down, right? So that's where, like, Omega Shenron, you know, the physical or the STR one can really come into play. Or even Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is another good unit because he does lower, what is it, extreme class enemies, attack and defense. All right, let's have Pan go first. What's Oceanus' defense right here? This friend doesn't have link levels, but, I mean, that's, listen. Finding a friend that's link leveled and rainbowed and even a Shadow Dragon Saga friend at all, I'll take it. Anything we can get is fine with me. So let's go ahead and see what our girl Oceanus can do. Now, Pan super attacking is going to give a slight attack buff to Oceanus. I believe Pan gives, what, a 25% attack buff to all allies? Yeah, so. All right, well, Oceanus is under 1 million right there, so that's not the greatest. Let me see. I mean, Omega is giving 150% from his leader skill, and then Oceanus as a friend is giving 120% to her leader skill. So again, that right there is not the greatest, but again, that's not her at like link level 10 and stuff like that. One good thing about the Shadow Dragon Saga team and just a lot of the GT team, well, any of these GT teams in general, or teams that have a lot of GT characters on it, is that they are going to work rather well together. Okay, so linked up with Omega, things are going to get a little bit better for our girl. As you guys can see, my Oceanus is also link leveled up quite a bit. It's also, dude, my cord. People were commenting like, oh, clean out your charging port. And I was like, oh, that's probably it. There we go, perfect. So like, I did that. I cleaned out my charging port, and it worked for 5 seconds, and now we're back to this. I guess maybe I'll just get a new phone. I guess that's going to have to be the solution. Could you please plug back in? Damn it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to get a new phone. But anyway, my Oceanus, right? So I have link leveled her quite a bit because, again, I was using her for some difficult no-item runs. Basically, the main 2 links that she wants right here, we do have at level 10. That, of course, is Shadow Dragon as well as GT. Now, Shadow Dragon is a hell of a link that's going, like, if they start dropping a lot of Shadow Dragon characters, things are going to start to get very, very interesting. 20% attack and defense. Now, obviously, as we can see, there's not exactly a ton of Shadow Dragon characters, but, like, they easily, I mean, it's time. Like, can we start really, like, filling in a lot of the holes in Dokkan? Like, you know, some of the early Dragon Ball Z movies, you know, the Saiyan Saga, Dragon Ball Saga, GT. Like, these things need to be filled out. I mean, they're always going to go to, like, Buu Saga, and Dragon Ball Super, because those make the most money. But it's like, we gotta fill out some of these holes, because after the Link level update, again, Shadow Dragons is a 20% attack and defense link. Think about Omega. Dude, think about Omega Shenron and how crazy he is now. He's got Big Bad Bosses, which is 25% attack and defense. Then he's got Shadow Dragon, which is 20% attack and defense at level 10, right? Like, think of how monstrous he is. Like, an Omega Shenron linked up with himself. Like, if there's a Transforming Sin Shenron, it's going to be so insane. Like, a full Shadow Dragon team could be crazy, because they're going to share a lot of the same links, right? Now, one thing that is an issue for Oceanus on this team, things like Battlefield Diva, Metamorphosis, Cold Judgment are not, like, Speedy Retribution are not commonly activated on this team. And then she is Shattering the Limit as well, which works fine with Nova, but not really with a lot of, because a lot of these characters, these are big-time Dokkan Fest exclusive characters, you know, Dokkan Fest exclusive that have Fierce Battle. So that does hurt her a bit, having Shattering the Limit like that. But Nova does have Shattering the Limit. So, you know, with him, you know, he'll have Shadow Dragon, GT, and Shattering the Limit, which he'll be able to share with Oceanus. I mean, that's attack and defense from all of those. So this Oceanus is at 110k defense. Keep in mind that Omega is lowering the enemy attack and defense. So that's activating Oceanus's full passive, right? So now, because the enemy is in attack down or defensive down, she's going to launch an additional super attack. And then she's also super effective against all types if the enemy is sealed. And then she also has a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy for one turn if the enemy is sealed as well. Now, that's a 40% chance to stun for one turn. Very similar to what we see from, like, Tech Hit and several other units of that nature or of that caliber who sort of have those similar passives, right? You get that one turn and then a 40% chance to stun. It can definitely be useful for Super Battle Road. I mean, very clearly, this Oceanus character is a very strong option for any Super Battle Road stage you can bring her in, right? I mean, that includes the Extreme Class stage as well, right? Extreme Class, Extreme Super Battle Road, obviously Extreme Int, Extreme Super Battle Road, like all these like stages that Oceanus can be on, she's going to help out a lot. Peppy Gals as well. Okay, I do want to float off Nova and get him with like my, you know, Link leveled Oceanus, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll let Pan super attack first again. That's going to go ahead and give us a little bit of an attack buff. And then, of course, we've got, you know, Nova there activating, again, Shadow Dragon, Shattering Limit, as well as GT. Although, Pan is activating GT for Oceanus. And again, GT now being key attack and defense. Like, you know, the Link level update is going to smile very favorably on the Shadow Dragons once Dokkan actually gives them respect. So we'll see. Maybe the 6-year anniversary. I mean, you know, we did just have the 4-year anniversary, which had so much to do with the Shadow Dragons, right? That's why it's like, I don't know, like the main 2 Dokkan Fest units for the 4th anniversary were Shadow Dragon Saga. You know, the 2 LRs we got were then Baby Saga from the Legendary Summon banner later on, but, you know, you guys get what I'm saying. Let's just do the active skill, sure. Because, again, Boo is really tanky, and then once we get to Boo Piccolo, he's going to go ahead and start healing anyway, so I do like to get some of these animations in. Again, it was very recently that I did Shadow Dragon Saga Extreme Super Battle Road, which, definitely, I mean, I don't know, it's definitely one of the harder ones. I did get a couple of level 3 dodges. Level 3 dodge, do not sleep on that. Alright, so Oceanus, yeah, about 110k defense. Again, she's, like, gonna be very, very defensive, too. That's one of the big things about Oceanus, is because of the fact that she's raising defense on super attack, right? So think of her in Super Battle Road, you know, 110k defense, 120k defense, something like that. Then she raises her defense by 30%, but then with Omega, you know, she's going to do 2 super attacks at least, so she's raising her defense multiple times. You know, then you could get a 3rd super attack as well, like that was almost a 3rd super attack right there. And it's like her defense is skyrocketing, she's keeping the enemies in check, sealed or stunned, right? She gets all this additional attack. She's super effective against all types. Like, you know, honestly, in my no-item run for the Shadow Dragon Saga Extreme Super Battle Road stage, I would say that Oceanus carried the team. I felt like she was the most impressive unit on the team. She was not taking damage, although at the same time, maybe I should give more credit to SCR Omega. I mean, I wanted him on the thumbnail for a reason, right? Because I know how impressive STR Omega Shenron is. That 40% attack debuff he gives is crazy. I'm telling y'all, I said this, I don't know, the data download video for Global, I think, but when we get a transforming Sin Shenron, which I'm quite certain we will, he's going to be on the full power category, right? So Omega Shenron is going to be a support type unit for him, plus they're probably going to share all 7 links. And we're talking about shit like Shadow Dragons and Big Bad Bosses, right? I mean, the 2 Omegas are going to be at almost 50% attack and defense just from 2 out of the 5 links. And then they got another 5 links to add up attack and defense and shit like that, right? So, telling y'all right now, that's going to be one of the most devastating rotations in the game, if not the most devastating rotation in the game, offensively and defensively, when they come out, when a transforming Sin Shenron comes out. Like, they can make him so just absurd, right? Okay, so we have several of our links active here. Oh, what is that last one? Oh, that's Cold Judgment as well. Yeah, okay, Nova has Cold Judgment. So Nova and Oceanus are a really nice 1-2 punch. Look at that. So now she's at 150k defense, right? And again, she can super attack multiple times, as she's going to, because Omega is still here on rotation. So Oceanus is just like, she's able to put up just absolutely, utterly impressive numbers. Now, I guess if you are fighting an enemy that cannot have their attack or defense lowered, that would halt her damage dealing quite a bit, right? And then, of course, at that point, she's only super attacking once, right? But, like, you know, these units aren't going to be perfect. Like, there's going to be drawbacks somewhere in there at some point, right? For a lot of them. Well, I don't know, maybe. I like the design of this unit. I think she works absolutely fine, because in the very most difficult stages, she was one of the most impressive units I was using. In the Peppy Gal stage and in the Shadow Dragon Saga stage, both of her categories have extreme category stages, and both of those, it felt to me like she completely carried, right? So that's good. Dokkan, please continue to give us beast Shadow Dragon units, right? Because it's not just Cell and the Freeze units and the Boo units who are going to get major upgrades from this stuff. Honestly, we could see it from the Shadow Dragons as well, right? So, again, let me know what you guys think of this Oceanus. She's very good. I definitely would say you should not summon for her, right? There's, of course, what her attack set looks like, you know, when the enemy does not have their attack or defense lowered or anything like that. And then, you know, we're only single super attacking as well. Again, I think Oceanus is great, but you definitely do not want to summon on the Double Rates banner as a global player. Hell no, you do not want to summon. No, no, no. Alright, so this is Princess Oto's Scorn. Oceanus Shenron Princess Oto, which, you know, nice that she's on the Peppy Gal team. We do got to get another version of Oceanus that's not in, like, the sexy girl form, right? Honestly, that other Oceanus, the dragon form, I mean, she should be on Peppy Gals too, let's be real. I think Roshi would smash still, I'm just saying. So Oceanus' leader skill is the Shadow Dragon Saga category key 3 and 120% stats. Her super attack is the Whirlwind Spin, which raises defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage, and seals super attack. Obviously, sealing is very nice for Super Battle Road. Her passive skill, High Speed Rotation, gives her 3 key and 120% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then she gets an additional 60% attack and defense, and launches an additional super attack when the target enemy is in the attack down or defensive down status. So that's good. Obviously works very well with, again, some of the Omega Shenrons, with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, units of that nature. And then she's also super effective against all types, and has a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy if the target enemy's super attack is sealed. So, of course, you know, what that is a 40% chance for 1 turn to stun the enemy, right? Again, like Tech Hit and some of these other units. And then super effective against all types, obviously, is great. Then her links are Battlefield Diva, Metamorphosis, Cold Judgment, Shadow Dragons, Speedy Retribution, GT, and Shattering the Limit. Now, you know, her having, like, Battlefield Diva and stuff like that's probably not the greatest for, like, you know, the Shadow Dragon team. Maybe if we got, like, a much better pan that would come out, like, that would be nice, but, you know, you guys sort of get my point there. And then finally, our girl Oceanus, one of the unfortunate things is that she is only on 2 category teams right now. The Peppy Gal team, of course, and then finally she's over here on the Shadow Dragon Saga team. But, dude, look at this. The Shadow Dragon Saga team is one, like, it literally was the very first like category, like Dokkan Fest, like big unit, like category, right? That and Fusion with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And this is still all we have from that saga. It's so crazy to me that they're just like not adding anything to that team. Like they have to, man. So, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully they can start, you know, doing some more GT stuff soon. I think they will. But let me know what you guys think, right? And then obviously, like, I do kind of think that the Shadow Dragons, shouldn't they be an artificial life form? Or am I crazy? I don't know. Or, like, just create, like, a category for some of these other Shadow Dragons to be on. Because, like, you know, Nova is literally only on the Shadow Dragon Saga team. Like, we could get, like, a Shadow Dragons category, right? And then maybe, like, Omega Shenron could be, like, you know, Shadow Dragon's 200% leader skill. And then Shadow Dragon Saga, like, 150%. Like, we could, but, I mean, again, if we're talking, like, a Sin Shenron transforming unit that's on the level of, like, LR Bootanks, and you have him paired next to STR Omega Shenron, and they have, like, 200%, oh, boy, would that be crazy. But, I don't know, maybe they would do something like that. I mean, they did that with Universe 11, right? Every single Universe 11 character is in the Universal Survival Arc, but they still made the Universe 11 category, so we'll see. They probably will make a Shadow Dragon category. They probably won't make Pride Troopers, though, since they did Universe 11, right? I doubt we'd have Universal Survival Saga, Pride Troopers, and Universe 11. Well, I guess they could do Jiren from, like, Dragon Ball Heroes, right? Or Toppo from Dragon Ball Heroes. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But there's Oceanus. Don't summon, but she is super good. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.